Alright, so I look like the Walking Dead. I just finished cutting the grass. Been cutting grass for the past 2.5 hours. I think every known reptile I came across today. Completely hated that, but whatever. The grass was probably 3 feet tall since it hasn't been cut in 6 weeks, I guess, which was wonderful, which is why it took so long. So I just wanted to give an update on Bo. I know he made a video last night when he stopped to get something to eat. Sorry. And he reported in like he was supposed to, and they didn't know what he was talking about. Literally didn't know what he was talking about. So eventually, about 30 minutes later, they got it all figured out. He went through processing and intake, and he ended up calling me saying that, jail was overfull. Hopefully he will be, processed out in a timely manner like he's supposed to. We'll see. I don't really know. All I know is what he told me, and I haven't talked to him since. So that was about 1:30, 2 o'clock this morning, the last time I talked to him. I don't look to hear from him until tonight, if I hear from him at all. Got all the pertinent phone numbers I should need in case call needs to be made. Hopefully not. Hopefully everything goes as planned and as it was requested to be done by him. He's complying with what is being asked of him, and we'll go from there. So right now that's all I know, but I know a lot of people expressed concern, and I was just going to get on here and make a quick video after I got through cutting grass. I'm about to have to get a shower and take Reed for his kindergarten orientation so he can meet his teacher, because he starts school this week and he is super excited. And hopefully we'll get to see Bo shortly at some point tonight or in the morning. And I'm sure he'll get back on here and update y'all about the joys of going to jail for 24 hours. And that'll be it. So we will update as we have information. So hope everybody has a great day, and stay out of this heat because it is freaking hot. I know, Rambo, I hope it does. But with Bo, nothing ever goes as planned, to be quite honest with you. Nothing ever goes as planned. I think y'all should know that by now. So I just hope it does. I just don't. I'm a very negative thinker, and if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Our last name should be Murphy, not Rogel. May look into changing that. Might be better off for us. Anyways, but appreciate all the support from the positive people, and I thought it was kind of funny, Aiden. I just wanted to give a brief update. Like I said, that's the only reason I got on here. I know there's probably like 12,000 people that don't like me getting on Bo's channel, and sorry, I hate it for you. It's not your channel. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. This is a family channel about his family and his real life, and that includes me. He's serving his 24 hours, Ryan, as ordered by the judge from the Shelby incident. So that's where he is. He is complying with what was asked of him. So I don't really have much to say about that, but I guess people these days, you don't really have to do anything around, and you can get massacred by either social media, the law. He processed in at 1:30 a.m. So it took him 30 minutes to figure out what was going on, because they had no record of him showing up to serve his time, which is about par for the course for Rankin County, in my opinion. So my opinion's not real high anymore. It used to be the highest. I didn't You couldn't have told me any different about the county we lived in, but not anymore. And I mean, you know, I'm not going to let a few bad apples spoil the bunch. I'm not. There's plenty of good apples still out there, and that deserve positive reinforcement and support, and that's what I'm going to do going forward. But I'm still very bitter, and being called a spoiled rich bitch pretty much resonates with me. I don't even, like, I'm not spoiled and I'm not rich by any means, and I'm only a bitch if you make me one. So really don't like that. And that was said in court, by the way. So I ain't done with that. But all things in due time. All things in due time. So I am just waiting. And free my boy Bo. Hashtag it out. Hopefully he'll get out soon. And he can put that behind him and move forward and not do anything dumb. Let's hope for nothing more to be done that's dumb. I don't know. I don't have much hope for that, but I can still try to be the voice of reason. Yeah, I am. I've been taking a break while we've been on the road with Bo for the past 2 months, and that is the whole thing. Getting it back up and running this week. I've had my store on vacation mode, so really hadn't been doing anything with the store. Hopefully I'll have some new inventory tomorrow, new toolbox supply, if that works out. Working on doing that. And of course I'm gonna have a cash and grab sale on our remaining bed covers and side steps here soon. I'm literally gonna lie in my driveway and it's cash and grab. So we're gonna get that back up and running just like I always have, and move forward with that and get all this stuff sold, and where I can buy something new. Kind of tired of the inventory that we have now. It's I like to get new stuff, and hopefully we can get some different brands, makes and models of vehicles. You know, we bought a huge thing of Ford, so that's why I have so much Ford stuff. It's not because we don't buy other brands, it's our makes and models. It's just because, I mean, I bought 18-wheeler loads full of stuff. So I enjoy the work we do. It's hard work. It's out in the heat. And honestly, in my condition, I don't really need to be lifting a whole lot of stuff, especially till after I see my doctor on Wednesday. So I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot until after Wednesday and I get to go ahead. Because I'm not going to lose this baby. It's not happening. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that child sees the light of day. So I'm not sure what time he's getting out. That's all, you know, it's a 24-hour sentence that he was given. And, you know, due to the count of inmates in there, I mean, he could get out at 1:30 a.m. the next day, which would be Monday morning. Or, I mean, he could get out tonight, depending on, you know, how many people get in trouble. It just all fluctuates on that. Because he's not, I mean, being processed to stay in prison. It's just a 24-hour county jail sentence. So that's what he's doing. And I know that somebody said earlier about Rankin County tapping my phones and having surveillance on us. I'm not going to say much on that, but I would hope not. Hope not. Because I'm not going to keep being pushed around by family, by anyone. I am just, you know, a mom that's here in Rankin County trying to take care of 2 boys, you know, hopefully a 3rd child here in the near future, and, you know, traveling back and forth to see my husband. Never been in trouble in my life until this happened. I keep to myself. I try to keep my home nice. I run a business here, you know. The way that I was treated is just beyond reprehensible. But I guess when you're a nerd and you get picked on, that's what happens. You look for that authority, and that's why you become a cop. I've seen that time and time again. Some of them, which are my family members who are police officers, are wonderful human beings. They took the job to serve and protect. That goes as far back as my grandparents. They were high. AT&T, just wonderful service. I mean, that's what my family did. And of course, violence against police officers was not so prevalent back then as it is now, unfortunately. So you really didn't see anybody bucking authority back then. Not that I ever would. Heck, my grandma, she was probably 4'6" and tough as nails. You don't mess with her. I want a bunch of wonderful women to look up to and inspire me to be a good woman and strong woman, independent. And that's why I am the way that I am. But this whole little incident has me real bitter. Guilty by association apparently is a thing now. It's always been a thing according to people and their mindset, social media, anything like that. But that's what rings out in my head is guilty by association. When those cops showed up here, no matter what I said, I was a liar, spoiled rich bitch, drug dealer. I can keep going on with the names that I was called in front of my children. Blows my mind. But like I said, guilty by association. Didn't matter that we were separated and I had filed for divorce at that time. Didn't matter. Did not matter one bit. So I was a liar for saying that, even though I had paperwork, documentation, lawyer's number, all that kind of stuff. What can you say? But as long as people think like that, and which they will, I mean, it'll never end. People think that you're guilty by association. I don't judge people like that, and I never will. If you are your own person, that's what I will say. You're your own person. You're not going to think like your spouse. You're not going to think like your friends. Everybody is their own person. My best friend couldn't be any different than me. Like, she is petite. The only thing we have in common basically is we're mom to boys. She's blonde. She's the nicest person I've ever met, and I love her to death. She is not like me at all. But she's probably guilty by association by being my best friend and by me talking about her, and she will be judged for that, and that's a shame. That poor little woman has not done anything, but she'll be judged for that. My husband's best friend, he'll be judged for that, for remaining friends with idiot Bo or whatever you want to call him. It's sad, but I will never get over the guilty by association. I don't do that. I don't do favoritism. I believe everybody has the right to be your own individual and be judged for your actions, and that's it. And I will continue to live my life that way. So that's why I'm saying I'm not going to let a few bad apples spoil the whole thing. We love where we live. We picked here to live for a reason. Had no problems living here for many years. My child is going to go to school here, and I have reservations about that. Are the teachers going to treat him bad because of who his parents are? Is he guilty by association? I have a lot of anxiety about that. I stay up nights thinking about that. But I have to go in there believing that these are good people. They have this job. I mean, teachers don't take that job for the pay. That's for damn sure. They take this job to educate and to touch young lives, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a great experience. It's been a great experience so far. The office staff of getting Reed register really worked around my schedule with being with Bo and then coming back in. She showed up at my house yesterday with a t-shirt for Reed, just dropping off a happy, just to say, welcome to kindergarten, welcome to your school. But I can't even think about, that's awesome. So it kind of puts me at ease that I know one person is going to be there for my kid, and that's happy, So, but I've gone off on all kinds of tangents here, and sorry, but hopefully you'll hear from Bo soon, and I'm going to get in here and try to get all this 3 feet of grass that I have trampled through off of me, and get up to the school so we can get him to meet his teacher, and he can start his new journey this week. He's super excited. And I am such a OCD person. I've literally written his name on every single thing, including all 30 of his pencils. So that child is going to know his name by the time he goes to school. But we're all so excited. And every milestone just brings happiness, but sadness. It's very bittersweet. But hopefully today is the last day we'll have to deal with this, and we can move on, and I don't have to think about it anymore. And thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry I look like The Walking Dead and I'm losing my voice, but literally been out here for 2.5 hours cutting this grass. I've never seen our grass this tall. And well, when we bought our house 3 years ago, it was this tall. Or, I'm sorry, 7 or 8 years ago, however long it was. It was about 3 feet tall the first time we ever cut it, but it's never been this tall. It's embarrassing to me. I like to keep a clean house, so I had to get out here and get it done. So everybody have a blessed Sunday, and if you can, you might not be from Mississippi, but if you could give my hey paint gun, if you can please go to my Facebook page, Central Mississippi Accessories, and give that a like and share, so we can promote some things to get them going, and just get my business back on track. Doesn't help just me, it helps Bo, and I know a lot of y'all are positive people and support Bo, so if y'all could give that Facebook page a like, I would appreciate it. You might not live here, but somebody you know might, or see it, and I would appreciate it as we start listing stuff and getting rid of some of this inventory. So everybody have a blessed Sunday, and I'll have Bo check in when he gets out, and let him know everybody's thinking about him. Central Mississippi Accessories. So that's the name of my business. It's just a Facebook page. We don't have a website. I run strictly off social media. So I do have an eBay page, but I don't put any of my big stuff on there. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, everybody have a blessed Sunday. I really appreciate it, guys. We'll see y'all.